Leo, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign, and I always offer an extended reading. In case you guys want to join in, I will attach the link right to the top of the description box, as well as pin it to the top of the comments so it's easy for you guys to find. Or you can join the Unbound membership to this channel and get unlimited access to all the extended readings and all the channel perks. So check that out too. Leo, please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video. It's so important for the video's success. And then share the video. That's even better. Subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Leo content comes out every single Friday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, so that you guys know. And if you want to join me for weekly tarot card readings, I have a second YouTube channel. It's called Astrology Motivation, and I'll attach the link above. Hope you guys will join me for the live chats over there. Wow, this is beautiful. You are the leader in change. You are the leader. You, Leo, are the leader in change. You are the first to transform. So you feel like an alien in your own world because you don't belong around the people who are still in the cocoons or still crawling around as caterpillars. But you know what, Leo? You can only meet people where they are. And if they're not where you're at anymore, it's time for you to get your ass up and find new people. You've done it before, you'll do it again. You don't have trouble making friends. I think there is a little bit of a problem because there's so much tension in the air. You're in the middle of the grand square. You're in opposition to this it's actually beautiful. I don't care what zodiac sign you are. I want you to go outside. I hope you can go outside. I hope you went outside Thursday night, Friday night. And I hope you were able to see that gorgeous, beautiful supermoon. I think it's absolutely stunning. And I hope whatever it means to your natal chart, just allow yourself to bask in the beauty of it. But the sun is in direct opposition to this moon because it always is. The sun's always in direct opposition to the full moon. But this is a full moon in your natural opposite, which is Aquarius, which means there is contradiction and conflict between you and your friend group. You know, and what it seems like is popular, or it may not be your friends, but what it seems is popular. And what you expect, and your expectations not being met. There's a direct opposition between you and Saturn. So always really feeling like you don't matter, like you're not important, like maybe you're not as important as you want to be to your friends or your community, and having to work through those issues. There's a trine to Chiron right now, which means you're trying to work through your difficulties, right? You're trying to make a lesson out of them and learn and grow and maybe even help others, or maybe it's the fact that you're trying to help people and they won't listen, or you feel like they're not even paying attention to you, that ultimately is frustrating you so much. Once again, you're ahead of the curve, and you can't meet people where you aren't, right? You've got to take the lead in this change. Take the lead in this awakening. I don't mean universally. I don't mean to say that too spiritually. I sincerely mean, Leo, that you are someplace different in your life now. You have earned it. You've arrived there. You see. You've struggled. You've suffered. And that's what the trine to Chiron is. You can't go through that kind of stuff and not change. It's changed you. It's made you different. And maybe the problem is who you want to fit in with. And why do you admire them? Because the one thing that you're resisting change on, that you really need to change, is your morality, is what you value, is where you place your value systems. This is essentially a big issue for you right now. Because if you could detach yourself from what you consider to be attractive and allow yourself to accept that you're different, so maybe you should change what turns you on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a sexual way, though it is a very sexual week. But I actually mean it as in what really motivates you. You know, what inspires you, what attracts you, what are you interested in? All of these things seem to be rooted in the past instead of the future that you're moving toward. So part of you is most definitely in the future and frustrated and upset that these other people aren't. But like, why do you even like them? What's so amazing about them? It's the parts of you that are stuck in the past that are actually clinging to them desperately and giving them any value at all. And so it's really you letting go of those past aspects of yourself. What you thought you wanted to be, who you thought you were, who you thought you needed to be to deserve anything at all. Letting that shit go is going to make what these other people say or think not important. It's going to make it not important because you are going to be where you are now and actually meet people who can meet you where you are. The problem is you're still stuck. You're still hooked on that connection, and it's probably an emotional one. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. Probably an emotional connection to whoever, whatever it is that is keeping you stuck. And hurt, constantly hurting. Where is Uranus right now? Leo is square to Uranus right now. Uranus is on top of the North Node. You don't want to change your value systems. You don't want to change what's valuable to you. That's the problem. It's been the problem with the entire world, the biggest conflict. Uranus is trying to change Taurus. And it's refusing like it always does. I mean, it's not going to win. But the North Node itself is in flux because Uranus is trying to change what it is, what it means, what is valuable, and how we run our value systems on Earth. But you can do something about your value systems. What are your value systems? And why do you value those things? You think it's a reflection of you? You think it makes you look good? You think it kind of gives you more value through association? I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, once all of that, like you get rid of that, you allow, it's almost like you're a butterfly, but you're still insisting, you're using your wings almost like a hero's cape to walk around on the branches still. It's stop fucking crawling along a branch when you have wings. They're not there just for show. Be different. So we have your claim your independence. And this is Aries energy, which is also in conflict with you. There's a square between the Sun and Mars right now. And you're conflicted. It's challenging right now for you to do this. Because when you do, and I think you have, it's hard for you to not assert yourself when you're passionate about something. But you're seeing that it's isolating you. And so this is a challenge for you right now. To trust in yourself. Or to be separate from the crowd. The most challenging energy for you right now. Or the most challenging demonstration of the macrocosm in your microcosm. This sense of, I'm not fitting in with the people that I used to think I fit in with. I don't fit in with the world anymore. Because like their dynamic isn't my dynamic, or I've realized shit they haven't realized. Scarabito spirit. Magic works through you. This is Cancerian energy. So we have Aries, Cancer energy. This is the rebirth of yourself, the rebirth of your own soul, the rebirth of your sense of identity. And it's transitioning from one state of being to another. It's being reiterated like crazy. And you're the leader. You're a natural born leader. So it's almost through you that some pathway is being formed. And I know I just heard this. I just heard it, Lionsgate. It's bullshit. I don't think the astrology supports anything of the sort, but I will tell you, there is a dawning. It's almost like you're the guinea pig. Probably because the universe knows that you'll survive, because you have the confidence to keep moving forward and you won't let yourself quit. And I do. I gotta say, I think they chose the right cat for the for the job. I really do. Because there is a change and there is a shift. But there's also a bridge. And you're the bridge builder. But you can't build a bridge if you're afraid of the other side. And if you haven't been there already yourself. It's in the acceptance of who you are now, how you see the world, that you'll be able to build bridges and help other people over. Now this could be going on in your family dynamic. This could be, I think it's mostly going on in your community, whatever community you consider yourself a part of. This is really interesting. I want to see where this goes. I want to go a little bit more. Leo. 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 Time for a deep dive. This is romance. Libra energy. Partnership. It's time to go deeper. It's time to love or feel attracted on a deeper level. It's time that the superficial stopped. Because this is very pretty and flowery energy, but it's almost like stop being so shallow. It's time to go deeper. And this could be on any subject in your life. Now this could also be your need for people to go deeper with you. For people to see you on a deeper level and appreciate the deeper aspects of you. But I'm going to flip that around and challenge you guys, and feel free. Leave your comments, argue with me, or tell me how this is playing out in your life. I want to know. Leave the comments below. If people aren't taking you seriously, especially the ones that you care about the most, why do they matter so much to you? I think that's kind of what it sums up the whole reading. Answer me. Let me know. Why do they matter so much to you if they don't even see you? Leos have a very rich, abundant inner world. I think, absolutely ridiculously so. Leos are always assumed to be very shallow, and they're not at all. And unfortunately, you do tend to attract people who like your prettiness, your attractiveness, your natural charisma. But you always need so much more. A lot of Leos are born with their moon in a very tender place. And you really do need emotionally so much more. You're quite an emotional creature. You're an intuitive creature. You are the microphone of God. You are the heart space, which is the microphone of the universe within us. You're the heart of you're the heart of us, and so your heart is really almost completely connected directly to God. It's got a direct line, and it's hearing the universe all the time, which always gives you sort of the privileged intel, right? And okay, it's just interesting. Like it's interesting that you are all of these things, and yet you let people know so little of a part of you. It's almost like this. Everybody looks at the surface. of the earth where the sun can shine. But what about the depths? As if that's not a part of you. It's the areas where the sun doesn't shine that I think you are the richest and you have the deepest access to. And yet somehow you just keep settling for what's easiest. And that's the conflict here. Go fucking deeper. It can't just be surface level anymore. And if you're having conflicts with everybody around you, it's because maybe they're the wrong people, or you're the first to get there. Why? Because you're the one that will shed light on it. You're the fucking sun after all. And what comes out, and I'm going to read this to you because I think it's important to use these words. Apollo, you're creating something. You're a creator. Apollo was a god that drove the chariot that carried the sun across the sky. This is you. This is like, you are the bringer of the light, the bringer of the day. What does that mean? It's a metaphor for creation. So you're creating something. And I think in some ways, what you're creating now in your life, in your world, in your relationships, is even unexpected for you. But you have to trust it. Like you trust your heart in every other capacity. You have to trust it. Sometimes you do have to go it alone. And being out front, you got the leadership card, is a lonely business. And it takes a while for people to keep up. But connect to your creativity. Focus on in other words, I guess what I'm saying is, focus on your creation. That's what's necessary. You won't feel so lonely. Because when you're focusing on your creation, whatever you're working on, whatever you're inspired to work on. My brother's a Leo. He's a woodworker. He just won't stop building. He builds the most wonderful things. It's an outlet for him. And I think this is what I'm telling you is going to help. This is why this card came out. I'm not telling you to go be woodworkers. Where does your creative inspiration happen? Because that's what you need to immerse yourself in right now. And that is the conduit to connection to everybody else. It's that creative outlet. Instead of trying to talk to people or convince them, use your creative outlet to entice them and interest them. That's the secret to your success. This is absolutely the secret to your success in this very tense, crazy, and really tough energy for you. I'm sorry, I was going to read the card to you. I apologize. The brilliance depicted by Apollo is also within you. Don't be misled by pessimistic thinking or believing that you aren't talented, especially when you get rejected by other people who just don't get what you're doing, right? And that's hard. Your gifts may be hidden behind a veil of inactivity, simply waiting for an outlet of expression, but you already know what you love. You maybe just haven't been doing it enough. Find your unique perspective and create something that makes a statement about you. Try writing, music, sculpture, or painting. Try whatever. Allow your imagination to take over, and you may discover something in everyday life that sets your talent free. Whatever fans' creative passion will open a doorway to transcendence. Find your muse and become divinely inspired. But don't pick something because you want to be popular and impress people. This time around, you have to pick the thing that you really love to do. Even if it's geeky, even if it's nerdy, even if it's not kosher, or even if it hasn't been invented yet. A lot of the times you're attracted to the things that get you the spotlight, which is fucking stupid because you are the spotlight. I've never understood why so many Leos chase the spotlight when they are the spotlight. You're the fucking sun. You bring the light to the room. You don't need the spotlight on you. You shine. So there's really no need for you to get other people's attention. Just create. And in creation, you're going to shine so bright, they will come to you. Let's go to the extended. I'll see you guys there.